Welcome in, Leo. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. Hope everybody's doing awesome. So, Leo, this is going to be your mid-month love reading, your check-in. So, if you haven't already checked out your monthly read, it is in the playlist for Leo. Time is fluid, though, so if you're drawn in by the title, don't be dissuaded by the timestamp for mid-May. As always, guys, cross-watchers, feel free to swap energies. So, it's funny, Leo, I didn't actually want to had no intention of drawing any oracle cards today. But when I was just doing, a general shuffle on my cards, like kind of tidying up my table, cards were coming out. So I was like, well, obviously, Spirit has a message otherwise. So I did keep those cards. So I do have a few cards out. So the card that came out from the Sacred Symbols deck was Divine Masculine. So whether or not you're, identify as being masculine or feminine, this is essentially we all have both in each of us. But for those of you, I feel like the majority of you, this is probably talking about your divine masculine. So the person on your mind in love, and again, male or female, doesn't matter. This person could, be female, but sitting in their masculine energy. So that being said, when I clarified that card here, Leo, it definitely looks like this person either was keeping a secret from you. I feel like things definitely came to light in this situation. This person's not happy about how things played out between the two of you. That's really what I'm getting off these cards. So when I clarified, we got the Four of Swords, Three of Wands, the Lovers, the Eight of Swords, and the Sun. So something that this person kept quiet about. So this kind of gives me the idea that some of this person may have been hiding something from you, and the way that it played out or came out, I feel like this person is in a lot of regret about how something happened, played out, was said, done. For each of you, it's going to be a little bit different. But again, I feel like this person's pretty stressed out right now about, how you look at them, how you perceive them is what I'm picking up on. So I feel like this person is quite concerned about, I feel like you don't really necessarily look at this person in the same way. So if you had this person, your divine masculine, on a bit of a pedestal, they are definitely off the pedestal for sure. Absolutely. I feel like I do want to say though, Leo, whatever happened between you and this person, I mean, you showed up here as the buffalo. So as you can see in this card, there is some lightning strikes behind, which definitely tells me that, during this situation with this person, this conflict, whatever happened between you and them, I feel like you handled yourself with a lot of grace and integrity in this situation, and still showing up, I feel like, with some compassion for this person or the situation. So I love that because I feel like, Leo, as much as this person may have disappointed you, I feel like you still are showing up with that big, beautiful heart here. When I was shuffling the regular tarot, the Queen of Wands came out, which is your court card. So, regardless of what happened between you and this person, you're still showing up, still, holding on to that sunflower, not letting the situation get you down. I mean, I feel like it's like a bit of a bump on many bumpy road, right? With the situation with this person. But I feel like for a lot of you, standing tall and still being and showing up with that big, beautiful heart. So I do love that, Leo, because that really is, to me, that really is exemplifies, what being a Leo is all about, that loyalty. Sometimes, that loyalty or that kindness is kind of taken as naivete, but I feel like you were anything but naive in this situation. And again, showing up with a lot of poise and a lot of integrity and standing your ground, I feel, with this situation with this person. So again, I feel like this person is in a lot of regret about how something came to light or how you found out about something. And I feel like this person is feeling a little bit of shame, as well as, I feel like there's silence right now, possibly between you and this person. This is not your first rodeo with this person. The Wisdom of the Oracle that came out was the Never Ending Story card. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're doing your best here to kind of look on the bright side of things, even though I feel like you are really disappointed in this person. Not so much, maybe, I feel like you still care about this person, Leo. You're just disappointed in the situation or how this person behaved or what was said or done. And again, I feel like you're still showing up with that big, beautiful heart and not, really trying hard not to be bitter about the situation, not trying to be resentful or like vengeful. And again, just trying to like move through that energy, stand your ground for what it is that, you're wanting in this situation with this person. So I do love that because again, I feel like for a lot of you, you do not want to repeat this, have the same cycle with this person. I feel like for a lot of you, you're open to possibly having, like a full on reset with this person, but they're going to need to do some growing, some changing. And again, not wanting to repeat that cycle. So I feel like that's really, you're standing, standing your ground here as that buffalo. So it's pretty hard to, push the buffalo. So I feel like you've pretty much made up your mind what you're willing to accept from this person or this relationship. And I feel like you're standing your ground. So again, standing in your power here. So I just, I really, give yourself a pat on the back here because again, I don't feel like it was easy uh, by any stretch to, stand up for yourself and like really stand your ground, especially, when you really care about somebody, you have, the tendency to kind of like, fold like a lawn chair, right? Like give in all the time to the situation of this person. And again, I feel like this person kind of has like almost a newfound respect for you because you've done that. So I do like that. I feel like for a lot of you, you are trying to kind of like move forward with or without this person, but they are spying on you. So if you do have social media, I feel like you might be dealing with an air sign possibly, but this person's definitely, watching your social media. If you have social media, this person could also be, if you have mutual friends in common, they could definitely be asking your friends, like, how's Leo doing? Has Leo mentioned me? Is Leo still mad at me? Questions like that. And for those of you that, if you don't have any friends in common, like I mentioned, I feel like they definitely are keeping an eye on you. I feel like this person does want to reach out to you. I feel like you will get a message from this person mid to end of May here. But let's take a look here and see. I want to see how you're feeling right now, Leo. So let's take a look at your feelings and then I'll pull on your person's feelings. How does Leo currently feel about this person, Spirit? How does Leo currently see and feel about this person? So now we have the King of Wands coming out. You definitely feel like this is your divine masculine, male or female. But you've made it clear that, things need to change. So I feel like for a lot of you, as much as you care about this person, on some level here, you got to look after you. And I feel like you've voiced what it is that you want changed with that death card. So unless this person comes back in the right energy, I feel like for a lot of you, this situation has been a bit of a nightmare. Again, never ending story coming out, repeating a cycle. I feel like you're really adamant that we're not doing that again. I'm not doing this again with you. So unless things change, I don't want to see you in my inbox unless you're willing to make these changes. So I feel like you've voiced that. With the King of Wands coming out and you're the Queen of Wands here, definitely, you feel like this is your divine counterpart. Again, male or female, don't get caught up in gender here. So I feel like that this person is your match. So again, difficult to walk away, difficult to let go of this situation or this person. And again, standing your ground though, but I feel like, you probably still have hope in your heart that, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, whatever is meant for you is not going to pass you by. And I do strongly believe in that. So let's see here how is this person currently feeling about Leo? Does this person currently feel about Leo? How are they feeling about my Leos, please? All right. Two of Cups, Two of Swords, Page of Cups. I feel like this person is really sorry. I feel like that's, this person may have apologized to you. If they haven't, I feel like they might. Yeah, there's that Ace of Wands. So this person might come across that, oh, it's no big deal. Um, you know, But I feel like at the end of the day, what you're not aware of is that this person's wish is to, also have a reset here with this Ace of Wands. I feel like for a lot of you as well, this definitely could have started out as more of something casual, but your person's feelings are coming through as the Two of Cups. So I feel like even like on a subconscious level, this person knows that you are their match. Like there's some sort of soul recognition between the two of you, like some sort of unspoken bond, even if this person is, denying it, or like really, if this person has really pushed down their feelings here, Leo, and not really expressed to you how they feel, I, you know, they are, highly attracted to you. So obviously, King and Queen of Wands, a lot of physical attraction between the two of you. And I feel like it's undeniable, like the chemistry that you have with this person. And again, I feel like you are divine counterparts. There's that Ten of Cups. Again, I feel like maybe for some of you, there was definitely some confusion about whether or not this was your divine counterpart, because we have the Emperor there and then we have the Six of Cups. But I feel like for a lot of you, if this person was confused in the past, this could be divine masculine, kind of like really acknowledging that connection now. Like I feel like they're seeing it as well, even though they might not want to admit it, I want to say. Definitely you and this person could also be, dreaming of each other a lot. So there could definitely be like a lot of telepathy in the 5D going on between you and this person. Let's see if this person, what actions is this person going to take towards Leo mid-May to end of May, Spirit? Actions towards Leo. So we have the Five of Swords coming out. There's avoiding our feelings again. The Five of Cups. Ten of Wands. Nine of Cups. I saw the Nine of Wands as well. All right, so this person is definitely debating about communicating here. The underlying energy is that they don't, they don't want to create any more chaos and or confusion. I feel like this person has been avoiding their feelings, but I feel like in the middle of May, this person, they turn around in this card in the Five of Cups, the Two of Cups is there, and the Two of Cups came out in their feelings. So I feel like this person knows that, it's going to take a lot of work, I feel like, to, turn things around, but I feel like this person feels like it's not impossible. I feel like they know, I feel like the stress of this situation definitely might indicate here that this person is going to, reach out to you. Like they've been avoiding, their feelings, but I feel like at some point, those feelings I feel like are going to overtake them here, and they're feeling like they really need to like make sure that you're okay here with the Nine of Cups. So I feel like this person definitely could reach out to you. I'm going to clarify their actions just to make sure what I'm saying is accurate, but Queen of Swords is like, sending a message, having clarity. Like I feel like this person wants to make it clear that, they do care about you. Regardless of what happened. So let's see here. Tell me more about this Five of Cups. Actually, we'll do all 5 cards. We'll get a clarifier on each of them. Tell me about the Five of Swords here and this person's action, Spirit. Why is the Five of Swords here? Yeah. So we have the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So this person doesn't really want things to be over between you and them, Leo. Like I feel like this person, I feel like, again, they're avoiding an ending. Like the Five of Swords is somebody who's trying to avoid an ending. So why the Queen of Swords here? Why the Queen of Swords? Why is the Queen of Swords here? Nine of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Two of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like on some level here, Leo, it's going to take some courage for this person to kind of come forward. We have the Strength card on the bottom, which is also a Leo card. Yeah. I feel like on some level here, this person is not sure what to say to you. Like they're not sure, like we already talked about, how to make the situation better. For some of you, this person, if they weren't single, they definitely could be letting you know that they are. This also gives me the energy of somebody, again, being concerned about, how you're doing. And again, I feel like this energy of like feeling sad and missing you and wanting to know that you're okay, I feel like it's going to kind of like push this person to possibly like reach out to you here in mid-May to end of May. I feel like this person also wants to tell you that maybe they weren't really sure what the future looked like, so they didn't really want to make any promises. I'm getting that for some of you. So if this person was really wishy-washy with you, Leo, in the past about, the future, I feel like this person is like, well, I'm not really sure what the future holds. So, I don't really want to, make a commitment here to you or make some promises I can't keep. But at the end of the day, I do care about you and I want to make sure that you're all right. So I feel like right now, this person, let's ask what does this person really want with Leo? What does this person really want with Leo? High Priestess. I feel like this person doesn't know. Tell me about the High Priestess here. On some level here, they're trying to do the right thing here. Why Justice? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it gives me the energy here, Leo. Like this person doesn't want to let you go, but they also don't want to commit, right? Or if this is third party, this person definitely might not be 100% single. For some of you, this person might have just become single. So again, that's not going to be for all of you. But I feel like this person on some level, it's like, I want Leo, but I don't want to, make any promises to Leo about the future, but I want to be with Leo. I don't want Leo to be with anybody else. So I'm kind of getting like a little bit of a selfish energy here. Like this person is hanging on to the Empress here. They don't really want to let you go, but at the same token, again, being wishy-washy, um, again, and not really wanting to necessarily like make any promises about the future, which I find super annoying, to be honest. Either you're in or you're out, right? On some level. And again, there's that spying energy, keeping an eye on you here, Leo. Yeah, I feel like this person is definitely thinking about messaging you here with that Eight of Wands. And the Page of Swords is also a message. Yeah, I'm really getting like this person wants to it's almost like a check-in. It's kind of like am I still, Leo's emperor, or empress? Am I still, the apple of Leo's eye here? And it kind of annoys me a little bit here, Leo, for you, because I feel like, again, they don't want to necessarily let you go, but they definitely don't want to like make any promises. So I don't know. I feel like that's definitely for you here. That's definitely, you may have, stood your ground with this person. Like, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I deserve. And if I'm not getting this, then, if you're not on the same page as me, then we can't, I can't continue seeing you anymore. That's really what I'm getting. So I feel like this person is in contemplative mode. So if you haven't already stood your ground with this person, I feel like Spirit is encouraging you to stand in your power to get what you want here, Leo. And, if this person and you can't get on the same page, then I feel like for a lot of you, you are not wanting to repeat a cycle. I feel like you've learned your lesson here in this situation. And if things aren't changing, then you're not on board um, with this situation. And even if that means that you and this person kind of go your separate ways, doesn't mean forever. It just means for right now. And sometimes you need to do that so that this person turns around and sees that Two of Cups. And the funny thing is that they are full of a lot of regret, but it's like they're not appreciating the Two of Cups, even though deep within them, I feel like they see you as your counterpart or see each other as counterparts. But again, being on the fence, right? So I feel like at the end of the day, you need to do you here, Leo, what's best for you, in this moment. And again, if you and this person are meant to come together, and I feel like for a lot of you, it will, especially with all of this divine counterpart energy, Emperor, Empress, divine masculine card coming out, King of Wands, Queen of Wands coming out. Definitely, I feel like this person will be back. I just feel like for right now, you need to stand in your power and stand your ground. For this person to either appreciate you and be all in, or possibly end up losing you. And again, I feel like they don't want to lose you. Like I feel like that's this person's one of their fears, right? And again, not to be like ultimatum-y, but at the end of the day, if you've already invested a lot of time and energy in the situation with this person, it keeps going round and round, it's not growing, then I feel like for a lot of you don't want to be standing still anymore. Spirit's probably encouraging you to, you know, to take this action and to, keep moving forward towards having, a new life with somebody who is on the same page. So I feel like I want to say, Leo, like, don't settle for less than you deserve. And again, if this person is supposed to be in your life, trust the universe, trust the process. Easier said than done. I know. I get it. But let's get some messages from this person. What is something that Leo doesn't know? This person's higher self, Spirit. Person's higher self. Something that Leo doesn't know. Messages from this person's higher self to my Leos, please. Messages for Leo here. All right, we have I cry at night. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. I am afraid to lose you. Talked about that. Bottom of the deck is you were right. So if you're in your last conversation, maybe think about what you said to this person. Yeah, and there it is. I can't promise you anything. Not surprised to see that. All right. And my life is a mess right now. So, like I mentioned, Leo, I feel like this person's really missing you. I feel like this person knows that they need to change in order for you and them to come together to be in, a happy, healthy relationship. And I just feel like for right now, you really need to stand your ground here. And I feel like you are standing your ground. And I love that you're showing up here as the buffalo. And again, knowing what it is that you deserve. You're this, beautiful empress here. Again, male or female. And again, knowing your self-worth now. It might have taken, a long time for you to get where you are, I feel, for a lot of you. And I mean, it's, I feel like with Leos, their loyalty and their big heart, a lot of times people kind of mistake that kindness for naivete. And then at some point, Leo decides that is, okay, I've had enough. I've had enough. right? Like, I've had enough. I can't. Um, you know, you start to kind of realize that you have needs as well. And if they're not being met or someone's not on the same page as you have to, choose yourself in this situation. So I feel like that's what you're doing. So I love that. I feel like this person definitely will be back. So I feel like, again, don't worry about it. Try not to worry about it. Show yourself all of that love and support. Do things that bring you joy. And again, I feel like this person will come around and be on the same page at some point. I just feel like right now this person is going to need to kind of go through the emotions of losing you and realizing what's really important to them. And I do feel like it's you, Leo. I feel like this person does care for you deeply. I just feel like right now they're still in a little bit of selfish energy here. And, sometimes somebody has to lose you in order to appreciate you. And unfortunately, that sometimes is true. So I feel like that's what this lesson is for this person. And again, not that you're trying to teach them a lesson. I just feel like, you know what you deserve and don't settle for less than you deserve. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end your reading here. Hopefully it made sense. If it did resonate, if you could let me know by hitting the like button as well. I'd love to hear from you. So feel free to make a comment. And I will see you in your June reading. Take care, guys.